This is the story of the lengths a mother will go to find her son. It's the story of so many Syrian mothers and one American. For 12 and a half years, Deborah Tice has not stopped looking for U.S. journalist Austin Tice. Taken at a regime checkpoint in Syria in 2012, he has been missing ever since, one of many thousands who disappeared in the prisons of Syrian dictator Bashar al-Assad. 6 weeks after Assad's ouster, Deborah is now going back to Damascus, joined by the head of hostage aid worldwide, Nizar Zakka, who is coordinating the search.
Almost 10 years since
When was the last time? Which year?
The last time I was here was in 2015, in May.
Wow.
At the hotel in Damascus, a group of journalists eagerly await her arrival. But for now, there are more questions than answers.
It's hard for me to think about what is my way forward here? You know, Austin has been held by the Syrian government all this time. Who is holding him now? Where is he? What is the approach? I mean, it's like it's first grade again.
And where do you think he is? What do you know? What can you share?
I feel like he is still in Syria. And I do think it's most likely he's in a safe house.
Are you saying that based on what you feel or what you know?
There's some of each.
Faith has played a vital role in Deborah's journey. First thing Sunday morning, she heads to St. Anthony's Church, the place she came to pray on an almost daily basis when she first visited Damascus in 2014 and ended up staying 3.5 months trying to gain Austin's release. Prayers are needed by so many here. Dotted around the city, flyers with photos of those who disappeared under the Assad regime, leaving devastated families desperately looking for answers. For Deborah and Nizar, the prisons where they believe Austin was detained hold important clues. They visit Al-Khatib prison, where Nizar's team has discovered some graffiti that the Tice family is convinced was written by Austin. Deborah has been steeling herself for this moment for weeks and is intent on seeing it for herself.
Okay. Take a minute. Okay? Take a minute. Take a minute.
Okay. You want to hold that for me? Okay.
For you.
I'm going to take
Do you want me to hold the light for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, I'll hold the light for you.
Okay,
I'll go in first. Whew. Okay. It's very small in here, okay?
Okay.
The Tice family asked us not to show the graffiti itself out of respect for their privacy.
I'm going to stay in here for a minute.
Okay.
Okay? I just want to be in here for a minute.
Yeah.
Just for a minute.
Sure.
I hardly even know what to say about that experience. It was beyond anything I could have imagined. These pictures don't even begin to tell you how unbelievably horrible, awful, terrible, nightmare they are.
At a press conference the next day, Deborah talks about her experience visiting the prisons.
For all the mothers whose sons were disappeared in these dungeons, our hearts are joined. For all those looking now for answers about their family members, I am here with you in solidarity.
Unlike those Syrian mothers, Deborah and Nizar were able to meet with Syria's new leader, Ahmed al-Shara, who offered support and confidence.
He believes, like all of us, that Austin is alive and he's going to be joined with his mom. And we promised him that when he's back, we're going to come visit Shara again with Austin.
A lot of people will think after the fall of the Assad regime, after the prisons were opened, more than a month later, the fact that Austin doesn't turn up, hasn't turned up, is not a good sign. And there are many people who assume that he was likely killed. How do you know, or do you know with conviction, that he is alive?
We have enough information collected that Austin is alive and is in a safe house, is controlled somehow by the regime. Everybody, we are receiving this information from the highest sources, confirming what we believe in. So we don't see any reason to think differently. In fact, we didn't have one thing, nobody provided one single evidence that Austin is not alive.
It's Monday afternoon, the day of the inauguration of President Donald J. Trump. Have you been in contact with the Trump administration? Do you feel optimistic?
Oh, I feel hugely optimistic. And one of the main things is that his people reached out to me. I mean, they are in. They are ready. They want to go with it. They want Austin home.
Looking out at the city as the sun starts to fade, Deborah's hopes are high.
You remember the feeling of the baby's almost due? You know, that kind of thing of just waiting, you know, when are we going to be together again? I have very much that kind of feeling.
Do you feel when you look around that you're closer to him?
Yes, I feel like I'm closer to him. I feel like he knows that I'm here. All right.
The next morning, it's time to leave.
So much.
But Deborah is certain she will be back, and soon. Jake, the Trump administration has not yet said publicly anything about where they believe Austin to be. We did hear last week from former Secretary of State Antony Blinken in his final press conference. He said that they didn't have any updates, but that they had people on the ground who were leaving no stone unturned in the search for him. For Debbie Tice and Nazar Zaka, they're really pinning a lot of their hopes on that meeting that they had with Ahmed al-Shara, the new leader of Syria. They spent 2 hours with him, which is a notable amount of time. They said he was confident that Austin is alive, that he is going to work very hard to make sure that he is reunited with his family. But certainly, Jake, the next few weeks will be crucial because if someone was potentially holding Austin from the previous regime, waiting for a new administration in order to make some kind of a deal, and I say that very much hypothetically, then these next few weeks would be the likely time that we would start to hear or see some kind of rumblings as to where he may be and who might be holding him, Jake.
Let us hope and pray. Clarissa Ward in Beirut, Lebanon, back from Damascus. Thank you.